The Middle East growing more peaceful by the day. Morocco will now recognize Israel. In a move President Trump has helped to broker both sides now establishing full diplomatic ties. For just how big this move is, not just for the region, but for the world, I want to bring in foreign affairs experts, Michelle Macquarie. Michelle, this is not the first one. I think this is the fourth such deal put together by President Trump, helped by President Trump and his administration. And I just think we're missing how amazing this is. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to the world?
Charles, you're absolutely right. Think about it. The fourth peace deal in just 4 months. It is absolutely phenomenal, keeping in mind that for the past quarter of a century, 25 years, only two Arab states, Egypt and Jordan, even recognized Israel's right to exist. Under the Trump administration, that number has literally tripled. The Trump administration, with its out-of-the-box thinking, has actually brokered a new dawn in the Middle East, a new era of peace and prosperity. And we're already seeing that with the results of the Abraham Accords between Israel and the United Arab Emirates. I remember you and I chatted about that back in August, and we said this was groundbreaking because it's going to set the trend. And we've seen that. We've seen that pattern with now another 3 more Arab Muslim states acknowledging Israel's right to exist. And it's already paid off tremendous dividends for the UAE and for Israel. The Dubai, Abu Dhabi thriving with Israeli tourists, over 25,000 coming for the holidays. There have been business memorandums of understanding between companies and sectors. Money is literally pouring into Israeli tech startups and VC funds. It's already proving to be a huge success, and that trend is going to continue.
What about Saudi Arabia? Is there time for something to happen there? I mean, I think that might be the one that really solidifies all of this.
Well, that, of course, would be momentous and a phenomenal feat. And all signs are pointing to yes, keeping in mind that none of these deals would have happened if they didn't have the covert blessing of the Saudis. The Morocco deal is another indication that it's going to happen because Rabat and Riyadh have very strong ties. Today, the English newspaper Arab News, which is owned by the Saudi Crown Prince, had an editorial praising the deal between Morocco and Israel. So that is clearly signifying that they approve of this, laying the groundwork for their own deal. Also, a few weeks ago, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met with the Saudi Crown Prince, reportedly met with the Saudi Crown Prince. And of course, you've got the common threat of Iran driving these countries together under the premise of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So at this point, as Jared Kushner says, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. It's inevitable. And think about it. It's so momentous that we're saying it's a when there will be peace between Israel and the Saudis. And it just goes to show that the Trump administration has been correct in challenging the conventional thinking and conventional wisdom, if you will, that has so far governed the region. I mean, the thinking was you couldn't have peace between Israel and other Arab states unless there was peace between the Palestinians. Well, it turns out that that was wrong.
There's no doubt about that. Really appreciate it. I mean, you really underscore already the benefits, but just think about it. The world has wanted this for decades, and it's happening. Michelle, thank you very much.